Giving you three different type of storages. One is block storage, object storage, and file storage. So, okay, so these are the three different type of storages which AWS is providing you. What is the difference between these? What is block storage? What is object storage? And what is file storage? File storage. Block storage means where the user is having full permission, where the user can format the disk, create partitions, save data, whatever he wants to do. The user is having the block level access.
Okay. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for this, we can say example, your hard disk, pen drives and all. Okay, so if you're having a hard disk with you, you are having the permission to create partitions on that. You can format the disk. Whatever you want to know, you want to do, you can do that. Okay. But the problem is that if you are having your hard disk or pen drive, and if you want to use that, then we have to attach that with a server, right? With a machine, right?
Yes.
Same here also. If you are creating a block storage, then it is mandatory. We need an instance to connect that. Attach on an instance, and we can use that. Okay, so without an instance, we are not able to use the block storage. It's mandatory. We need a instance. So in AWS is providing the EBS. EBS is the block storage is providing by AWS. Okay. Then what is object storage? No, he said NFS, right? NFS is not an object storage. NFS we can say it is an example for file storage. So AWS is giving CFS as the cloud file system. CFS is the file storage from AWS. So here user is having file-based permissions. File-based permission means he can create files, he can create folder, he can copy file. Okay. But he is not able to format the disk. He is not able to create the partitions. So here we can say example as FTP, NFS, Samba. So here you will get a shared folder and you have to work on the shared folder. So inside the folder you can work. Means inside the folder we can only create files and folders, right? We are not able to do anything else. That is file storage. And in object storage, Amazon is giving S3. S3 is the object storage from Amazon. So what is the object storage called as?
Data will be stored in form of objects.
What is the benefit of object storage?
Benefit, I'm not sure about it, but is it like it do automatic indexing or like data compression?
So we don't need a server to access the object storage. Okay, it's an extra space we can get, and we can directly upload and save data in the object storage. So object storage is also known as WORM. WORM stands for write once, read many.
Read many.
Means we can save the data only once. We are not able to edit it again after once is saved. After that, if you want to read the data, you can read the data, no issues, but you are not able to edit the file. So same like you are uploading some files into Gmail. So we can read the file again and again, but we are not able to edit it. If you want to edit it, then you have to download that, you have to edit it, and you have to re-upload that, right?
No, sir. But
so
what happens in case like we delete the file?
It's deleted. That's it.
Okay. So, for example,
Tell me.
If I create a file using this object storage, and like file name remains same, then I means I'm not getting like how we cannot edit it because it will be on server level, right, sir? Or
Not on the server level. See, for example, uh, you are uploading a photo into Facebook. Okay. So if once the photo is uploaded in Facebook, can you edit that?
no?
No, it is saved there, right?
Yes.
So once if you want to edit the photo, you have to download that. You have to edit it, then you have to re-upload. So whenever we are re-uploading, that will be considering as a new data, that not the previous data, right?
Mhm.
So that is object storage. The benefit of object storage is the data will not lose. We can say the data will be saving in multiple locations. So in Amazon, if you are saving some data into object storage, Amazon will save it in 3 different regions, we can say.
Mhm.
So that is the reason why they are not giving you the permission to write it, because they are saving the data in multiple locations. If you are making some modifications, then they have to modify from every locations.
Mhm.
That is the reason why they are not giving you the permission to edit it. Okay.
Mhm.
But obviously we can save data. So we will be discussing about block storages today. Object storage will be discussing later. CFS is not included in this course.
Okay. Is CFS is part of like professional level?
Yeah, maybe. I guess so.
Okay,
It's
sir.
a part of functional. Okay. So we have to discuss about EBS.
Mhm.
EBS stands for Elastic Block Storage.
Mhm.
So here we have to discuss 4 topics today. A lengthy class maybe. So first topic, how to increase the size of a disk. So once you created the disk, then how we can modify the size. Then
Mhm.
how can we create a new volume and attach to an instance. If you want to create a
Mhm.
new volume, then how can we create that volume? Then how can we attach and detach that to an instance? Third, how can we create the backup of a volume? So this is same like you discussed in OpenStack. Then how can we create AMI? So these 4 topics will be the part of EBS, which we are going to discuss today.
Mhm.
The first topic, how to increase the size of the disk. So let me launch an instance first for this. Let me log into my AWS account. There is no instances. Let me launch one. So I'm giving the size as 10 GB. The root disk of this instance will be of 10 GB size. So my instance is in running state. Let me log into this. So I can use ls bilge command, right? If I want to see the block devices attached on this instance, I can use the command ls blk. So this will list all the available block devices. So I can see there is a disk on my machine of 10 GB size, and there is one partition inside the disk of 10 GB created. So there is no free space in this XVDA now. Total size is 10 GB, and we created a partition of 10 GB size. So there is no free space on this disk now. Okay, and that is mounted on your slash. Okay, so this is the root disk which we had discussed last day. Root disk. So inside this, your operating system has been extracted.
And if we want to add another block storage, we can do that.
Yeah, we can. I told you that this is the first topic is to increase the disk. So now we are going to increase the size of the disk. So let's suppose you are saving some data into your slash, and it is only 10 GB size. So if you want to increase the size of your slash, if you want to increase the disk size, so we can increase. Okay, that's the first topic. The initial size is 10 GB. If you want to increase the size of your disk, go to the AWS dashboard, and inside EC2 itself, we can see an option for EBS. Okay, Elastic Block Store. And here we can see three options. One is volume, one is snapshot, and one is lifecycle manager. So we have to click on the volumes. So we can see there are 4 volumes created. 4 volumes. Okay. And this is the one which I created now. It's created on October 13, 2020. So this is the one which I created now. Size of this is 10 GB. Okay.
But in case we are having multiple volumes, then how will we find out like which one is that? By volume ID, somewhere we can get this volume ID or something.
Yeah, we can. There's a volume ID here, right? And inside the instance also, like if you are going to the instance, this is my instance, right? So if I'm scrolling here on the description part, here I can see the root device SDA1. So if I'm pointing to here, it will show you the volume ID.
Okay, 228. Fine.
Yeah. And here in volumes, you can see which is 228 is here.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now I want to increase the size, then select the volume first. Go to actions, modify volume. Okay. I can give the size here. What is the new size? Let me give 20 GB. And then modify. It's asking me yes or no. Yes. The modify volume request succeeded. If I am going back to my instance and I am running the lsblk command again, we can see the disk of the size is now 20 GB. Don't need to reboot or anything. It is automatically increasing the size.
Okay, and but there is only one partition as of now, which is root.
So we can create one more partition now. That is the Linux commands, right?
Yeah, part disk we can use.
That is not related to AWS. AWS is giving you the disk. Now, if you want to create the partition, if you want to format the partition, if you want to mount it, these all are Linux commands.
Okay, sir. And sir, can we reduce also?
That's a good question. So you got it how to increase. Select the volume, go to actions, modify volume. Okay. So if I am going to modify volume again, and if I am trying to change the size, let's suppose if I am giving 15 GB, now it is 20 GB, right? current size is 20 GB, and if I am going to give 15 GB, so this will give me error. New size cannot be smaller than the existing size. So we are not able to reduce the volume. We can only increase the volume size. So always be careful while increasing the size of the volume. Okay. Suppose like by mistake, suppose this is the same issue happened with one of my client, like one of my colleague, instead of 25 GB, he given 250 GB. So the hard disk has been increased into 250 GB. And we are not able to do anything. We cannot reduce the size of the hard disk. And client was calling us, shouting on us what we can do. तो ऑलवेज ये ध्यान रखना है, हम इस वॉल्यूम का साइज हम इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं बट कभी भी डिक्रीज नहीं कर सकते. ओके.
Okay, but sir, if it happens mistakenly, can we like create a new VM and how
Yeah,
smoothly we can?
options are there. We can create a backup of this volume and we can restore into another volume and the size of the less. That's possible, no issues. Obviously, there are some ways to do that, but again, still.
But sir, when you were editing it, can you edit again? I think I have seen it was still picking up 10 GB. So does it pick up?
The default size is showing there. After some time, it will show the size. Showing 10 GB. That's a default size which I given the first. So after some time, yeah, whenever it is automatically refreshed, it will show the size. No issues.
Okay, sir.
But still, it's not accepting 50 GB, right? Showing 10,
can be refreshed because on the size parameter also in the volume, if you will see bottom or right, it is coming 20 GB.
I shall refresh
now
it
if
from
we,
here.
Yeah, now if we will edit,
I think editing still showing. It is not 20 GB.
Okay.
There's a refresh button here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first topic. How can we increase the size of an existing disk? Is it okay? All of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now, how can we create a new disk and how can we attach that to an existing instance? Okay. So let's say now this instance is having only one hard disk and this is the root disk. And as we discussed, this is an ephemeral disk. Whenever we are deleting the instance, all the data in this root disk will be automatically deleted, right?
Yes, sir.
So I don't want this to be happen. I want the data even if the instance got deleted. So what we can do, we can do like this. We will be not saving any data into the root disk. Instead of the root disk, I will be creating one more disk and I will save the data inside that disk. So for that, there's an option create volume here. Okay. So before this, before creating a volume, you should be sure with the availability zone of your instance. Means the instance which is currently you created and the volume which we are going to create, both should be in same availability zone. Okay. Suppose the instance is in 1A and I am creating the volume in 1B, then I am not able to attach the volume into this instance.
Okay.
Both should be in same availability zone.
So it will give some error.
It will not show the. We can try this. It will not show this instance there if we are creating like this. Suppose let me create the volume in availability zone 1B. Okay, size 10 GB. And I will be giving 1B. Okay. Create volume. It's creating. If you are refreshing after some time, we can see. So there is a new volume which is available now. Available means it is not used anywhere. So now let me try to attach this volume on the instance actions. Attach volume. So here the instance ID will not show. These are showing the stopped instances. It's not showing the running instance. If I'm going to instances, you can see both of my stopped instances are in 1B. That is why it's showing these two instances. It's not showing 1A
But
instance.
is there any reason for this? Means like why we cannot attach from different?
The reason is that I told you that availability zone 1A and 1-2. See, two availability zones are completely working independently. First day also we discussed the same thing, right? Availability zones are working independently. There is no relation between these two. Suppose your instance is running on 1A and the volume is in 1B. How can we connect these two things?
Okay.
So the instance and availability zone both should be in same availability zones. Then only we can attach that. Okay. So let me create the volume in 1A availability zone. So while creating the volume, you have to give the disk, like we discussed last day. There are different type of disk: proportion, IOPS, magnetic, and general purpose. So I am choosing general purpose, and the size of the disk is 10 GB. Availability zone, let me give 1A, right? I don't have any snapshot. If you want encryption, then you can give the encryption. Create volume. We can see one volume is now creating. Now in available state, that means this is not used by any instance. Let me attach this into the instance. Go to actions, choose attach volume, and give the instance. So I can see there is one running instance. I don't have any other instance, so I am choosing this. Attach. So now AB in use में आ गया. Let me go back to the instance, and if I am checking LSBLK again, I can see there is one more disk here. Okay.
Sir, again, maybe I might be asking a stupid question, but if I come back to the same point, like if we create any volume in different availability zone, so in real world also, is it not possible to mount volume located remotely? See, why I'm asking, because in one availability zone there will be multiple data centers, right? And this volume we are creating, it might be creating either in data center 1 or data center 2. We don't know that, right? So it means like if our server is running in data center 1 and our volume is going in data center 2, then somehow they are getting mounted. So maybe like, is it like Amazon is not,
Amazon is not giving us the way to do that. That's it. But that is possible.
But in real world we can do that as well.
Obviously.
Okay, means like we can either do a kind of
methods to share the disk. Yeah, obviously. I think you studied iSCSI, right? In iSCSI, we are doing the same thing. We are sharing the drive to some other instance, some other machine, and we can do that. No issues.
Okay.
So this is how we can create a new volume and attach to an instance. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
All of you?
Okay.
Shamim and Praveej?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
फिर एक नया डिस्क बनाया और मैंने अटैच कर दिया. Okay. So detach करना है तो same. You have to go to the actions and you have to detach volume it. Detach and you can attach to any other instance also.
Is there any difference between like attach, detach, and post detach?
See, like detach volume, maybe they are saying like suppose if maybe like just take an example, you are now copying some data into the disk, and in background you are trying to detach the volume, maybe that file might be crashed. Always we can use a force dispatch. That's it. If they are not giving you the permission to detach, then you can do the force detach motion.
Okay.
If it is used, then it won't allow you to detach that.
Because
If the hard disk is using, then it might not give you the permission to detach that. So here you can use the force detach. Okay. The first two topics clear.
yes, sir.
Third one, how can we create the backup of a volume? So let's
Mm.
suppose now the disk is in instance 1. Okay.
Mhm.
And let's say this disk is having some data also. Now I am having another instance, and I want the same data of this instance to be copied to that instance.
Mhm.
So, obviously we are having some methods to copy the data from one instance to another instance, but it will take some time, right?
Mhm.
So here what we can do, if you want the backup, or if you want to create a snapshot for this, okay, you can create a snapshot for this. So snapshot means the data backup of this disk.
So will it take the snapshot of like only data, right? Or means like if the data is having like 1 KB, so it will take a snapshot of 1 KB only. The
No,
snapshot
10
size will
GB.
be 1 KB.
No, 10 GB will be there. Entire size of the
Okay.
disk will. So if I am going to volume, and if I am going to actions, and there is an option create snapshot.
Mhm.
So you can give a description for the snapshot, my disk snap, and you can create the snapshot. So now here itself you are having the option for snapshots just below the volumes. So if you are going here, you can see the snapshot created. The size is 10 GB.
Okay.
Okay. So now this snapshot is having the entire backup of that disk.
Mhm.
Okay. So what I can do, I
Okay.
can use this snapshot to create another volume.
Mhm.
So I can use this snapshot for creating another volume. Go to the actions of your snapshot, select the snapshot, go to actions, and here we are having the option for creating a volume. So
Okay.
this will create the volume with the same data.
Mhm.
And there is one more thing I can discuss. You suppose this volume is in 1A availability zone. Now you want to create a copy of this disk into another availability zone. So again, this is the option. We can create a snapshot, and then from snapshot we can create another volume, and then we can choose the another availability zone.
Mhm.
For example, if I am going to snapshot and if I am going to create a new volume, it will to give us to the option in which availability zone we want to create this volume. If I am selecting 1B, the volume will be creating on 1B.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so I'm having one more
Mhm.
volume now. So we can use a snapshot for different use cases. For the backup of a disk, for creating the image. If you want to transfer the disk from one availability zone to next availability zone, again snapshot is the only option which you are having. Okay. Clear? All of you clear? Shamim?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Please let me know.
No, sir.
Now, last topic will be creating AMIs. So in AMIs, let's suppose I am having an instance, and let's say in this instance we are having multiple disks created. One is the root disk, and I am having two EBS volumes attached. Okay, and inside this instance, I am having my application also. My application is running on this instance. This is the root disk. This is an EBS1. EBS2. So here, if you want to create a copy of this instance, you want another instance with same data and same application, each and everything. Then what we can do, we can create an image of this instance. Okay, we can create an AMI. From this instance, we can create a AMI, and from the AMI, we can launch another instance. So as of
Okay, so
now,
it means like
whenever we are
current
tell me.
current snapshot of this virtual machine or virtual instance, is it?
Right. As of now, like whenever we are launching an instance, we are choosing the AMIs which is given by Amazon itself, right?
Right.
So we are having another option to choose our own AMIs also. Our own AMIs means if you create an image of an instance, a running instance or a stopped instance.
Mm-hmm.
You are already having an instance and you are having n number of applications installed on that, and you want a copy of the same instance, like 3-4 copies, then better way is to create the AMI from one instance, and the second instance we can launch by using that AMI. So automatically the data, the disk, each and everything will be on the same those second instance also.
Sir.
Will it create this separate disk or it will use the same disks?
Separate. It won't use the same disk.
It will just
See,
create those
one
new
hard
disks.
disk, one hard disk can be attached with one instance only. Okay, so whenever we are creating another, I am creating an AMI and using that AMI, if I am launching another instance, then there will be one more instance with again another three disk.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions? I think Pravej or Shamim is asking something.
Yes, sir. I was asking. Actually, I didn't get properly the fourth topic. Can you please repeat it?
Yeah, sure. मतलब देखो आपके पास एक इंस्टेंस है.
Yes, sir.
Okay? उस इंस्टेंस में हमने 3-4 डिस्क अटैच कर रखा है. तो मेरा काफी डेटा भी है, मेरा एप्लीकेशंस भी इसके अंदर चल रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो एक इंस्टेंस आपके पास है. अभी आपको एक और इंस्टेंस लॉन्च करना है. ओके, उसमें भी आपको सेम डेटा, सेम एप्लीकेशन, सब कुछ उसमें भी होना चाहिए. तो एक ऑप्शन आपके पास है, आप एक फ्रेश इंस्टेंस बना दो, उसमें दोबारा सारे के सारे एप्लीकेशंस डाल दो, फिर आप तीन डिस्क बना के अटैच कर दो. ऑप्शन तो आपके पास है. ओके, नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन इज हम ये जो इंस्टेंस चल रहा है ना, इस इंस्टेंस का एक इमेज बनाएंगे. तो उस इमेज में सारे डेटा, सारे एप्लीकेशन, सब कुछ उसमें आ जाएगा. तो हम एक नया इंस्टेंस उस इमेज से बनाएंगे.
अच्छा, जो इमेज हम यहाँ से बनाएंगे और नया जो इंस्टेंस हम उस पर क्रिएट करेंगे, एज इट इज जो भी इस पे है वो सब वहाँ पे होगा.
वहाँ पे होगा. Right. So if you want to create an image of the instance, select the instance first, go to actions, image, create image. Okay, select the instance, go to actions, image, and create image. So you have to give the name of your image. Let me give my image. You can give any name. And they are asking you whether you want to reboot the instance or not. And you can see the 2 disk attached also there. Create image. And there is an option for AMIs. If I am going to AMIs, I can see the image is creating. It will take some time to create the image. Okay. Now this image is available. Okay. So now let me go to EC2, and if I am going to launch an instance. So this is the first step, right? As of now, we are choosing an AMI from this list. Now inside, they are giving you another option for my AMIs. If you're clicking on my AMI, we can see the image which I created now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And from this image, if you are launching the instance, then that instance will be having the same data of your instance. Okay, click on my AMIs and then select your image.
Sir, will it have like same configuration or will it have data also, which
No,
is
it
which was
will
there on the
it
disk?
only data. There is nothing else. If you are going, see, only we are selecting the first option. Rest option, each and everything Amazon will ask you.
Mhm.
Something you have to give. Only the first image which we are selecting will be the image which you created by us. That's it.
Okay.
So ये सारे थोड़ा ध्यान से यूज करना है, क्योंकि ना मैंने पहले बताया था कि Amazon आपको ओनली 30 GB स्टोरेज फ्री में देता है. अभी देखो मेरा कितना स्टोरेज हो गया, 10, 20, 40, अराउंड 70 GB स्टोरेज वॉल्यूम में आ गया, और स्नैपशॉट में भी देखो 40 GB स्नैपशॉट में आ गया. ठीक है, Amazon will give you only 30 GB for free. They will charge you for this. Okay,
हम्म.
थोड़ा
सर
ध्यान
जो
से करना
वॉल्यूम
है.
क्रिएट किए हैं अगर ये डिलीट कर देंगे तो फिर चार्जेबल नहीं होगा ना.
फिर भी फर्स्ट 1 hour का पैसा आपको देना पड़ेगा ना. Once if you're creating, and if you're creating, then they will charge you for 1 hour. And 1 घंटे के बाद भी अगर आप यूज कर रहे हो तो नेक्स्ट 1 hour का तो चार्ज हो जाएगा. मिनिमम 1 hour का तो आपको पे करना ही पड़ेगा. दैट्स नो अदर ऑप्शन फॉर यू. तो थोड़ा ध्यान से क्रिएट कर दो, मतलब 10-10 GB का मत बना दो, 5 GB का बना दो, 6 GB का बना दो.
हम्म.
टोटल 30 GB आपको फ्री में देता है. ओके, लेट मी डिलीट दिस AMIs आल्सो.
टोटल कितना सर?
30.
Okay.
Now I am launching, deleting the instance. Okay, see, अभी देखो सारे वॉल्यूम इन यूज आ रहे हैं. If I am going and deleting the instance, Instance is terminated now. If I am going to volumes, I can see one of the volume is in available state. मैंने बोला था जो एक्स्ट्रा जो वॉल्यूम ऐड कर रहे हैं वो इंस्टेंस टर्मिनेट होने के बाद भी हमें मिल जाएगा, हम दूसरा वो भी यूज कर सकते हैं again. So this is EBS. Clear with all 4 topics?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt, please let me know. Are you practicing this? Watching the videos?
Yes, sir. But you didn't share last video.
Shared it. Already shared. We are having, this is our 4th class, right?
Yes, sir.